So let's talk about how you can access iPad from your iPhone. Let's get started. So there are a few different layers or ways how you might want to access your iPad. One of the most common ways is through the remote device control. So you can swipe down to access the control center on your iPhone, right? And it has to be iPhone, which is of course in the same Apple ID and the Apple network. So both devices have to belong to you. But when you go there, you can find an icon for the remote device control. If you cannot find it, just edit the control center and find it from the other toggles. But essentially, when you tap on this, you can click on your iPad if it's nearby. And in here, you can control some basic functions. So you can access the iPad and click the home button or open up the control center, multitasking panel. You can swipe down from the iPhone and access the notifications tab section on your iPad, right? You can also control music and play and pause, then volume up, down, so many different things, right? Directly from the iPhone. So this is one of the ways how you can access iPad from iPhone. Outside of that, you can, of course, just set up iCloud and make sure that you sync all of the files, right? So you can sync things like the iCloud Drive and photos, notes, whatever it might be. And that's also another way of accessing the iPad from iPhone. Even though it's a little indirect and it uses internet, you can still somehow share and sync the files in between your devices. And the last option, which I want to show you, is a feature called Handoff. And this is a really cool option. It has to be enabled on both devices. So it can be found inside of the general settings and then in the AirPlay and continuity. And when you have the handoff turned on, what this means is that, for example, when I start browsing a web page in a Safari on iPad, I can just open up the multitasking panel on my iPhone and that website is going to appear right there at the bottom, and I can just continue browsing on my phone, right? So this is how I can also access the iPad if I wanted to. It doesn't apply only to Safari and websites. It also works with messages and even other apps which are synced over the internet and iCloud. So it is really nice way to access something directly from the iPhone. So that's everything I wanted to show you. These are the best ways how you can access it. Subscribe for more tutorials and explanations like this one, and I'll see you later in the next video.